Yo, yo, just gotta make sure my mic is on. Is my mic on? Yo, yo, yo. Gotta make sure my mic's on. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Uh, any news lately? You guys heard anything? Anything? Anything going on? Anything going on, guys? Everything going on out there? Listen, um, before I start, I just want to, you guys see the crown on my head. Now, the crown I'm wearing is because of, not because of what we're going to get into as a celebratory thing, but uh, it's because today is supposed to be a great day in podcasting history. And that day being my birthday. Yes, I know people. Yes, I know. I know. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I know it's a little choppy. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that here. La 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 la. Um, well, if not, then you'll just get it on the replay later. So, let's see. It's good there. Speaker wise, it should be good there. If anything, well, I guess you just got to get the podcast, right? Uh, yeah, so any case, right? So I can take this off now. The best present that ever happened to me was the fact of hearing that Vince McMahon, ladies and gentlemen, apparently he's out, gone, donezo, retired from the business. Now, you notice that he didn't say that he stepped down. It said that he retired. Hmm, what does that mean that he retired? This is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. This will be interesting. We just make sure that everything is over here going up right. Yeah, things should be good. Well, well. I'll be the first one to tell you. Cheers, everybody. This is going to be probably a two-parter cutting a promo because I'm waiting for the rest of the um, audio to be rectified and such, but also I'm also waiting for more news stories to come down. I'm ready to hear more stuff, but this is an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. I I can honestly say I didn't see this coming on my birthday. Oh my God, this is crazy! Wow, yikes! Woof. Um. Uh, so Vince is gone. He's retired. It's over. And the weird part about it is that the way the announcement was made on Twitter, at the age of 77, I think it's that time for me to retire from the WWE. That's how we're doing it. That's how it is now. Uh, why, Vince? Why? I mean, is it amid you're getting tired? You finally get to sleep? Is it because of that? Is it because I don't know? The workload is getting too much for you? Is it because of that? Uh, is it because WWE has a lot of possibilities that could go on without you because maybe you're not the same person as you were before? Could it be that? Maybe the old man shouldn't be running the lunatic asylum anymore? I don't know. Hold on, getting a call. Joe Mocha Tabloid, who's this?
Happy birthday to you.
Isn't that sweet?
Happy birthday to you.
It sounds more. It sounds more Elvis than Marilyn Monroe.
Well, if Elvis that had sex with a creep, well, I actually want to see that movie really bad. Have you seen it yet?
No, and I would not give any kind of money to that shit.
What? Why not? Like, what's the line?
Elvis, the man who raped the black music industry. No, thank you.
Did I didn't know such a thing.
Of course he did. You think he came up with rock and roll? Get the fuck out of here. Little Richard and a bunch of other blues, R&B, and blues singers to sit there and fucking have a tale for you about that shit. Exactly. So, you think
happy birthday.
Thank you. Another year on this earth. Thankfully, I'm turning 36. Great.
36. Woohoo!
Right.
Man. I saw the music drop about Vince, and I broke out laughing. The first person I thought about was you because it is your birthday, and what a birthday gift it is!
Oh, please! It's a scent. It's heaven sent, possibly. But I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not one of those things where I'm saying it's congratulatory. Now to me it's where do we go from here? Because as the reports, we have the co-CEOs now are Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan for now. The head of talent relations is Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Paul Levesque. And there are rumors circulating that since Vince is not around anymore, it looks like other people will be walking out the door. There's already mentions that Brock Lesnar had said, if he's not here, I'm not here, and walked out of SmackDown. And
he already walked out. And about the freaking of Goldberg, who the fuck cares?
And another discussion is the fact that Bucky Weaver himself, Kevin Dunn, the man behind the fucking production of WWE so many years, is going to be gone too.
Wow, I didn't know about that. I wasn't aware of Brock thing because that's his boyfriend. But my question to you before we even get to those two roles is: do you believe this shit, or do you think? Because we had a conversation off the mic. Do you believe that this is some bullshit, or do you actually think this man is taking the old cancel culture and say, I'm not going to let cancel culture beat me. I'm going to beat it. So he just did it himself.
Oh, you talking about he did Howdy Howdy? He did death by suicide.
I think he realized that the whole allegation
career death by
suicide. I think it was pretty bad. And I think that he just said, you know what? I don't want to. I'm not doing this no more. I think his family sat down with him and said, I think it's time. I can't believe he agreed to do so. So the allegations must be crazy because, and it's got to be it, right?
I'm gonna say
it's got to be that.
I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna be surprised if that's what it is. I will not be surprised if that's the issue, because at the end of the day,
it's gotta be.
He's too much of a macho man to let somebody take him down.
Exactly. So my opinion is, before he got shot down by cancel culture and by the leaks and all that stuff, he said, I'm just going to do it myself and get out of the limelight and just call it a day. Because why would he put in his caption, I'm 77, it's time to go, when literally a few months ago on fucking Pat McAfee's show, he said, I'm going, I don't give a fuck how old I am, I'm still rock and rolling, I'm just getting started, I have so much passion for the company. And now out of nowhere, when the allegations show up, he considers himself old? Nah, fam. Something's weird.
I don't know. I like I said, this is a guy who has said that many times that he will die in his fucking on his chair.
That's what I'm saying.
He's never gonna go out. So
we never did, and for the amount of years that this show has been going on, Turnbuckle Tabloid, every episode we mentioned that Vince has to go. It literally has been cutting a promo. Vince has to go. We've been talking about it for years, and guess what? today we could actually say that it's happening. I still can't believe it.
By the way, I fixed the audio. I found out what it was. There's a settings issue on the thing, but I got it. So,
Sweet.
so yeah, this is funny because I've always said for the most part that motherfucker is gonna croak behind the wheel. I've always said that shit, and
yeah, they would walk in his office with a big dinosaur bone and see him dead on the chin.
yeah, that'd be Vince. It's just they were gonna replace Vince with the dinosaur bones that's in the back behind him. That was gonna be Vince. I do have to say that I was speaking to the boss off the mic. Shout out to my man himself, Rich, and he has a thought that this is possibly a game changer. That this could possibly something that shakes up not only the WWE but wrestling in a whole. What's your thoughts about that?
Well, Tony Khan already fucking tweeted about it, which he's a fucking mark. You heard what Tony Khan said on Facebook?
Yeah, he made it about him because he's a fucking dildo. Instead of him, instead of him, taking a bow, and tipping a hat and say thank you for all the stuff that you've done for wrestling, Vince, or whatever. Be the big man because Vince never fucking said an ill will about him. Hell, he said it.
Tony Khan was never muttered out of his mouth.
Hell, he even said, hey, check it out. We'll even give you some guys. And he fucking basically loaded their roster.
Basically.
So him being the asshole about it, which by the way, he's not the longest reigning CEO. It'll actually be the network that owns Impact. Those are the ones that's the longest reigning right now.
Right.
Those are the longest reigning CEOs. But yeah, I'm more inclined to say like this has some possibilities to it. There's something that can be here.
I hope it does.
Do you think
it does? I hope that this shakes everything up.
Do you think that do you think Vince stepping away and the possibility of interim changes occurring would bring back what we've all been wanting, which is fucking wrestling?
Well, I also find it pretty interesting how they just changed it back to TV14, and now this happens. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do to shake things up. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen right away because Stephanie and not Tony, fucking Nick Khan are the interim, and I don't think they're going to want so much change. But I think that we're definitely going to see a different product coming soon. I just want to know, you and me spoke on the phone about it. Vince said he stepped down as chairman. Did he say he would step down from creative?
Yeah, he's gone.
We don't know.
No, he's gone from creative. He's gone.
Oh, he's gone from everything.
Yeah. He's gone from creative. It's a wrap, my friends. It's over.
Well,
the only thing that he still has is the major shareholder. He's the major shareholder. He still has 80 some odd % of the company that way. But other than that, as for his day-to-day duties and activities and such, he's home.
Well, in that case, not now because it just happened. But I am expecting huge changes to WWE. I don't know if it's in regards to how they're going to deal with some talent. They're going to deal with the product in general. I'm excited to see what the TV14 means. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with that. Someone said they're going to change Seth freaking Rollins' name on the roster to Seth fucking Rollins. I just saw on the floor. I was weak.
Now,
but yeah, if it's truly he's gone, which I mean he said it himself. All I'm waiting for is him to come out and say what it is. Shit, he might even come out tonight.
Nah,
but
Vince,
Brock,
you know what?
Out,
I don't see. Like I said, I don't listen. These past couple of weeks, you never fucking know because once the allegations were coming up and all the accusations and shit, you thought, well, time for Vince to fucking go step back for a little bit. No, what that fucking did? He came out and said, then, now, forever, and just kept it pushing. So
I guess maybe he had this. I guess maybe I understand why he kept saying that because I guess he was teasing I'm out of here, and without him saying it, because now everything makes sense. I just don't know I don't know what to expect. Brock leaving. I don't think Brock's gonna be around much anymore.
Wait, hold on.
Vince doesn't
Before you
tell me.
continue with that, I want to see if you hear this because, excuse me, hold on. There was one message that matter of fact, you're not gonna hear it, but the listeners will hear it, and it's a quick line from Tombstone, and it goes like this.
Well, bye.
It's basically Curly Bill telling Wyatt up. Well, bye.
Yeah. But do we celebrate like the Wicked Witch is dead?
No. And the reason
Vince for what he's done.
No, first of all, I'm not putting him in the coffin yet. I'm not burying his career yet because, like all wrestlers, retirements are short-lived. Hell, fucking Rick has one more match coming. So, yeah.
By the way, I'm so over that. I'm so over the Ric Flair thing. I know that like my opinion hasn't been shared in the show in quite a while because I haven't had time. That Ric Flair last match shit is the most embarrassing thing I think I've ever seen a Hall of Famer like himself pull. It is fucking pathetic.
I got one more in me. Woo! I got one more in me. Woo!
There's a video of him tying his boots and he's gasping for air, just bending over to tie him. Like, and of course, he's teaming with his
his makeshift son-in-law, his upcoming son-in-law. Listen.
Yeah, and Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal, nah, man, it is so pathetic. But this is not about Rick.
Well, actually, not for nothing. I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna review it later on. But the card doesn't look too bad. So there's actually some good matches on that card. But as for the Vince thing, I'm not.
Isn't it $50?
I believe so. You know how I'm gonna watch it. Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not putting the nail in Vince's coffin. I'm not giving him the memorandum. I'm not doing his eulogy yet because at any moment he could return. He could come back.
Right. That's true. He could. I'm going to place him in the coffin. I'm not going to close it, if that makes any sense. But if the main subject here is why he left, it has to be the allegations. It has to be.
Oh,
I mean,
please.
the more and more we found out about leaked information, it got more and more specific. I think that I think it was very clear that they sat down with him and said, "Listen, Dad, this time you should just ease up and call it a career." And I think he agreed because he got scared. I think he legitimately is scared about this allegation case. And I think that's why he's tying up his boots and his suit. He's done. Well, and I just can't wait to see what the future of WWE, because we are finally going to see if it's true. If what we said was the prediction for years, like me and Red have been talking about on this show, WWE will be in better hands. But we have to wait and find out, though, because anything could happen.
Well, listen. Right, just to be clear, regardless of all the ridiculousness we've seen with Vince and his nonsense, the one thing that we can stay clear is the motherfucker made that machine the way it is and what it is now. Still $1 billion fucking company. It's wrestling,
of course,
and it's $1 billion machine. We have the lowest of lows and we had the highest of highs. And the one thing the man knew how to do when it came to wrestling was generate superstars. He made entertainers that left the ring and entertained us outside of it. Stone Cold, The Rock, Cena, Roman, Edge, Hogan. You got countless of guys who, and women, Sasha, Becky. You had Vince, regardless of what you say or whatever, Vince was able to put a finger on the pulse and say, this person got it. And
but his out of touch ways were really hurting a lot of the loyal fan base of this company.
But who left and became a megastar? I'm waiting. Who left and became a megastar? All right, you could say he dropped the ball on CM Punk. Okay, he did.
Moxley.
He dropped the ball on Moxley. Maybe not. He he there's no ill will between he and Bryan Danielson. I mean, it's the nature of the beast, and he
Or
just
Jericho too.
and Jericho he told Bryan, hey, go for what you want, but I can't let you do what you want here because it's not us, and I don't want you to hurt yourself. And guess what happened? Bryan Danielson got a concussion again. Whoops. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Sure.
part of wrestling, but whoops. I mean, who left and became a megastar, and who he has under that umbrella that he still keeps going.
I can't think of one right now, to be honest, unless it's like the Moxley or Jericho or whatever the case may be. But people are like, but here's the thing, like, because WWE is such a powerhouse. Because WWE is such a powerhouse, my question is, I think Vince knew that they would never be megastars anywhere because if they're not in WWE, they can't be megastars.
Yeah, but even so,
and get connections with Hollywood.
But even so, look, the closest that came to it that was touching the Sun was Cody. And what happened? Guess who's back? Back again. I mean,
Yep.
Let's be real here. I mean, it's Vince had that golden touch. He had a touch. Savage.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I mean, he had that touch. I believe that's part of me whole milk where he says, I'm saying after SummerSlam, there's gonna be major changes right away. You think so?
I don't believe so at all.
Wrestling fan Frankie, thank you, sir.
I think it's going to take some time. I really don't see massive changes for at least a couple of months. I don't think Stephanie and Nick are just going to go, okay, he's gone. Oh, do this, do that. It's going to be a sit down company.
The one thing, the big thing that you're going to miss with Vince, that I would say, okay, this is a tool that you really need to have as the man that he is the way to make business happen. Like, it's not cut and dry that he can go that anybody could just go to Qatar and have a wrestling match, or Dubai to have a wrestling match. Vince is a businessman. He knows how to rub those shoulders. Excuse me. He knows how to rub elbows. Right. He knows how to give the pat on the backs and do the reassurance. Vince is that kind of guy. Are you all right over there? What's the glitching over there?
Yeah, it's my bad. My phone's like on and off.
Oh, and this is the reason why Nick Khan is probably still that he's still there. He's the co-chairperson because he's that guy. He could rub those elbows. He could do that. But Vince,
let me ask you,
is the machine to do that.
But I gotta ask, do we see WWE now with Vince not in the helm working like AEW does in terms of building relationships with other companies? Do we see the bitterness of WWE go away in terms of partnering with other companies? Because AEW has said they're open to working with WWE, but Vince was never the person to pull the trigger. Do we see Triple H, Nick Khan, Stephanie going out and saying, let's make this happen? I want to see Omega versus Reigns. I want to see Cody versus. I want to see. I want the open door, because now Vince's mindset, his views are gone.
With them, no, not with them. If the possibility can arise, in which Vince would have probably done it with other companies, but his whole thought process would have been, where's the money at in it? Where?
But has Vince ever partnered with another company before?
Yes. Yes, he has. In the 90s, he did work with Japan. He did work with NWA. Yes, he did work. Hell, they opened the door somewhat recently with the whole Impact stuff, where allowing certain talents going over there for an event, getting footage from them. There was somewhat of an opening, but with Vince has always been, what does that do for us?
Of course, well,
it does for the fan base, but what does it do for all it does is, and I've always told people, all it does is put a notch for that company. But for him, it's like, what does it do for us?
Well, I mean, that's a good way to look at it, though, because if I'm not making benefit off it, I'm not going to do it. Like,
right.
if I give you a certain talent and I don't get Kenny Omega or like another talent in return for one of my pay-per-views, then I'm not doing it.
Right.
I mean,
As a matter of fact, just as recently, just like Frankie mentioned, Mickey James at the Royal Rumble. That was an opening there.
But I feel like that was Vince saying, "Sorry, Mickey, we threw your stuff in a garbage bag. Here's your one. This is what we're gonna do for you."
Okay.
It was more of an
even so,
apology
when has Vince ever fucking apologized for anything? That regardless of what it was was something, and it was a blip for that moment, and it fucking popped. Everybody popped for it. Hell, she wore their title on the show, so and he allowed that for her to wear their title.
That is true. That is true.
This is what I'm saying. Look, like you mentioned, we can say "Ding Dong, the witch is dead," but you also got to remember. Let's look at the downside of him going away, because come business wise, there was nobody who did it better in wrestling. Football sucked. Bodybuilding promotions, man, no good, sir, no good. But when it came to sports entertainment and elevating what happened in the business, you're kind of gonna miss that body, that imposing figure for that company.
Right. Vince definitely knew how to make superstars.
Yeah, it's
I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done 100%. I think that if Stephanie or Nick or whoever the new chairman's going to be one day hits up Vince on the phone and says, "What do you think about this?" Vince will have his 2 cents. It's not going to be like, it's not like
definitely.
Vince is like,
yeah, definitely.
That's we're mentioning Vince's funeral, like he died. Like he will be around.
No, definitely.
He'll probably still be backstage. He just won't have a big say in the final product.
Yeah, he's gonna be that old codgering figure that is just the face of the company, walking around and shaking hands and
he's the Yoda. He's the Yoda of
what up, my N-word, and just walking through, saying what's up and shit, and just keeping it moving. Like he's gonna be still that guy. But here's the question that I have for you: is there stuff coming out? Is there going to be more stuff? And this is why he had to step down. Is there going to be more stuff coming out? Is there going to be more Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, New York Times articles coming out?
I wouldn't be surprised if a breaking article of confirmed evidence comes out in the next 2 weeks. There's no reason as to why Vince would make an out of nowhere retirement if he didn't see something big coming against him in this case. I don't see it. It's not. Vince was never. Not one person on the planet Earth sat here and said, "Yeah, Vince is going to retire because he thinks it's best for the company." He thought he was best for the company, but magically he retires. Something is going to be leaked. Something's going to be out in a news article soon that is going to be bad.
I'm saying that this is their way of saying, all right, enough. He'll step down. Just don't put up anything else anymore, because you're about to hurt possibilities that we have. Maybe Disney, maybe Universal, NBC. You're about to hurt possibilities here. Let's not do it, because at the end of the day, the network has to put the squeeze on this. If there's not going to be anybody else that's going to do it, it's the networks. The networks is like, we can't have this. And he's not on just one network. He's on 2 networks and on a fucking paid app.
I think someone sat down with Vince and said, "Listen, it's either you or the company. We're either going to flame you and bring the company down with you, or you could go down yourself, and the company will be treated like normal." I think Vince said, "I have to sacrifice my well-being, and I'm going to have to go retire and keep the company afloat, because that's what's best for business." I think that's what he thought. If he stayed with these allegations and he put WWE in a sinking ship with him, he would have been a dickhead and it would have been a bad move. And I think that he was like, I might as well just think by myself. And that's just that's the case.
It's funny because I was actually sent an article not too long ago. And when I read it, and it was a sub piece that was done. It was on a low that was very much tongue in cheek, but yet didn't want to name names. And the article mentioned a certain wrestling honcho who might have had ties with certain extracurricular activities that dealt with the same-sex persuasion. So I said,
what?
No way. I said, I don't see that. But I can't take. I can't.
Gay?
It didn't say him per se, but it did. It said something of that magnitude, and I was like, I would say no way, because as much as a heat magnet as he's been for the women, man, you never know with certain people. You just never know. Like, a hole is a hole. A hole is a hole for certain people.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though. I think they're talking about Tony Khan because Tony Khan's a MOOK. Tony's a mook, son.
I just said with Vince, he had a lot of fucking skeletons in that closet. That shit was like a grave site. He had a cemetery in his shit.
I think Vince was wholeheartedly waiting for him. I think Vince was expecting him to have all those things come out of the closet after he died, and unfortunately, it beat him to the grave.
Yeah, and that's a good possibility. That's but let's keep it real, and I'll talk to you about it. What did he do that's illegal? The only thing that that could come out to say that he did something will be illegal, or that he used WWE funds to, pay off these women, or is there something else that's coming along the line that's going to be really fucking devastating? All right. Other than that, what did he do that's illegal? He just cheated.
That's what I'm saying there. Gotta be more.
Yeah. I mean, what else did he do? What really shook him? What really shook him that much to move away? Because all he did was because all he could have said is listen, I had indiscrepancies. I had some liaisons that I don't regret, but I shouldn't have had because it was workplace stuff, and I did what I did. He could have just walked away and just left it like that.
But maybe it wasn't exactly what he did or anything that was illegal. Maybe because of the world we live in today, he was scared that even if it was not illegal, that he did such things, that WWE stock would drop and it would affect their money, it would affect their ticket sales, and because no one would want to support them and kind of be in the cancel realm. I'm not supporting Vince, and he gets thrown in the same realm as like Joey Ryan and people like that. Maybe that was his fear, and he was, and I was like, let me get out before I become that, so WWE doesn't suffer.
I mean, listen, I'm on the wait and see moment. But my brother, thanks for calling in. It's been a long time coming in. Thank you for calling in on the birthday, man. Man, Oski, we haven't heard from him in a while, man. Shit.
I know.
Are we still Funko popping?
No, I don't have any room in my apartment, unfortunately, but I am. What am I collecting nowadays? More like Star Wars memorabilia than anything, but no more fun. Not really, unless it's a Funko Pop that's a must buy. I'm not really getting into those anymore.
Right.
I'm adulting. I'm buying kitchenware, so I'm buying I'm buying pots and pans and bullshit. So
look at always go look at the Amazon best finds. I followed on on Instagram and shit, where you can find some really cool shit that would be good in the kitchen. And be like, ooh, I might need that.
Right. Hey, listen.
All right, brother. Love
I'm
you.
excited, bro.
And
Much love. Love you too, bro.
and keep it going on out there, Florida, man. And stay proactive, man.
Yo, you got it. I'm grinding, bro. I'll give you a call. I'll call you, bro. I got you, bro.
Laters.
Later.
I'm more inclined to say with this whole Vince thing is you always want to look at the positive. You really do. You like in your mindset is that he didn't do horrible things. It wasn't as though like he was, a Nazi with the company. He did what was best for business. Did he look out for the fans? No. Did he well, not all the time. Not really, not all the time. He, like I said, he always had a finger on the pulse of what who, what, and how to generate business for the company. But as per where the company was going to and what it is now, we already knew that it wasn't for the pure wrestling enthusiasts. And we lost that long time ago. And just like this country, we can't always have the elder statesman running the ship, because when that person doesn't know how to conform to the times, they lose track of what the true essence of what the business is, and which is the fans, which is the people. So this is going to be a two-parter, cutting a promo. This is why I didn't really lead into it, because I want to go back into it later on, because I want to do the aftermath, which I'll do the spin back of. But guys who are watching, sorry for the early audio issues. It was because I just realized that there's a certain mixer thing on my streamer. But thanks you guys who are watching, and I'll do another live stream on a part 2 for this. And not done with cutting a promo yet, guys. So keep listening when this audio is running. Thanks again, guys. Talk to you guys in a second. Thank you guys for watching on all the streaming outlets that I was put on. And for all you people who show love to me on my birthday, thank you guys for sending out love and giving me a shout out, guys. It's gonna be interesting the next couple of days, and there's much to talk about. So yeah, Vince, thank you for your time and your business and what you've done for us as a fan base. I still don't think you're gone, fan. Don't think you're gone. Check you guys later.